Hi, I'm Gracie Easley, and for my online presentation, I will be doing a short analysis of Tulips, a poem by Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath was born in 1932 in Boston, Massachusetts. Throughout her life, she suffered from depressive episodes. Despite her mental illness, she was a wife and then a mother of 2 children. Tragically, though, she did die from a suicide in 1963 at the age of 30. In the first stanza of Tulips, Plath puts an emphasis on the color white and coldness. So the color white is emphasized through the repetition of the word itself, but also with images of white things, such as the season of winter and snow. The coldness aspect also comes in with winter and snow, and these things combine to show the speaker's blankness. So the speaker is being presented in a hospital room, and it seems as though they have lost their identity. Maybe not in a literal sense with amnesia, but they feel as if they are nobody. And they also say that they have given their name and their day clothes up. So the overwhelming whiteness of the room contributes to that blankness. The second stanza continues the motif of whiteness with a simile describing the curtain in the speaker's room. The images of eyes and the feelings associated with watching and being watched continue throughout the poem. In the 10th line of this poem, there is a pun made on the word pupil. While it can be referring to the eye mentioned in the line prior, it also could be referring to something said in the first stanza. So in the first stanza, the speaker says that she is learning peacefulness. However, in this stanza, the phrase stupid pupil could mean that she is not able to learn this peacefulness. And the reasoning for that is because she has to take everything in the room in. If it was only the overwhelming whiteness of the room, she would be fine. But because the tulips are there disrupting the whiteness of the room, she is not able to find peace. The third stanza of Tulips also mentions the autonomy of the speaker. She is in this cold, white, controlled hospital room, where her attendants are able to control the life that she's living. However, outside of that room is an uncontrolled life that troubles her. Connecting the ideas of her blank identity with the uncontrolled outside, the baggage being referred to here is not only her literal baggage that she has kept with her, but also the emotional baggage that she has entered the hospital with. The fourth stanza continues the idea of her emotional weight with the image of a sinking ship. The speaker compares herself to a cargo boat and says that in the past she was stubbornly hanging on to her name. Once again, we see the relation of the name to the self. In the 5th stanza, the origin of the flowers is revealed. They were an unwanted gift to the speaker. A get-well-soon present left to her. She is angered by this gesture. In the following lines, it's almost as if she doesn't want to get better. The freedom and peacefulness that she describes is related to feeling utterly empty. Her words are also pointed as she uses the pronoun you, saying the peaceful is so big it dazes you. The you that she's referring to could be the person that gave her the unwanted flowers. The ending of this stanza seems to romanticize death, as it claims the peacefulness that she so desperately wants is what she imagines the dead have. In the 6th stanza, Plath again uses color to emphasize the state of mind of the speaker. The redness of the tulip sharply contrasts with the white room she is surrounded by. While the speaker would like to be empty, to strip herself of her identity. She is unable to because of the redness of these tulips. I believe that the redness of those tulips represents the life that the speaker lives outside of the white walls. The seventh stanza sees the anthropomorphizing. The seventh stanza depicts the tulips being anthropomorphized to show them judging the speaker. With the connection that we made about life and the tulips in stanza 6, the judgment of the tulips in stanza 7 can be seen as the speaker's perceived belief that the people in her life outside of the hospital are judging her. The poem ends on a hopeful note. The walls that were cold and blank before are warming themselves. This is representative of the speaker getting back the identity that she had lost in the beginning. The tulips are recognized as a gift from the outside instead of judgment. In this slide, I have put a list of the 2 resources that I used to make this slideshow.